Alright, in this video you're going to see the cab go back on the 190. So I got it sitting here, it's all prepped. I've got the corner brackets and the steps on both sides of it on, and the cab's back over here in the corner. So if we head over here, kind of show you, I've done some prep work. I've pulled all the glass back out of it and got it stacked over here. Now I tried using the lift points and they worked fine. The problem is I didn't have enough height. I was about 15 inches shy of where I needed to be. So I've got this steel bar that I put up underneath the corners, and I've just had some pipe wrap I put around that for cushion, and then I've got it hooked up to my crane, and then the nylon straps that you're seeing are just safeties. I've got those wrapped around in case something goes haywire. I've got an extra cushion in there in case something goes. So anyway, got that set up. Let's go ahead and lift it up. So I've got it lifted up here pretty good ways. Probably about as far as I want to take it. And I believe I'm going to have plenty of room. So it's about a little over chest height on me, and that's going to be about center of the tank. So that's going to work out just fine. So we'll get the tractor moved over, get the tractor sitting there, and then we'll just move the crane and ease it right over top of the tractor, and then we'll just set it down in place. Then once I got it sitting there, we'll bolt it up, and then we'll slide the glass back in it. Got the cab over the steering wheel and over the fuel tank back there. We're kind of trying to get it close to where it needs to be here, and then I'll set down, and there's a couple brackets that we'll bolt up right here and then down to the axle. So I want to get those in position first, and that will help guide everything down and set it in place. I went ahead and put some of those moving blankets on there just to protect my paint. I didn't want to scratch anything up, so they work pretty good. So as I start sliding down, I'll pull those out once we get it close there. So here's one of my brackets, and the other bracket right here. I'm just going to wipe it down. It's a little dusty. It's had paint on it for a while, so we'll get that wiped down, and then we'll just ease it down into place. Alright, so I got the two brackets that hold up the back side of the cab. I just got them held in place. Nothing's tightened down. I'm going to put some new carriage bolts on those anyways, but I got that set there. There's a rubber bushing, or really a shock absorber that goes in there. And I've got this one. It didn't actually come off of that spot, but that hole lines up good. The other one does not, but it's close. So I'm going to drill that out and then just cut the length off. It's just a little bit too long. So I'm going to mark that, cut that one off for this side, and then I'll do the same thing over here, and that'll just help keep the vibration down a little bit on the cab. Up on the front, I've replaced these bushings. if you're ever working on a year-round cab, you'll discover that you cannot find these bushings, period. So this bushing's actually out of a 7000 cab isolator bushing. When you get it, there's a piece on here that it uses, but I just cut it off. So the diameter of the hole fits right down in there, and then it should work just fine on the front of the cab once I get it bolted up here. There's two of them. The reason I haven't put two on here is those little dudes are $70 a piece. And so I just bought one for the other side and this side. And then those, let's leave them open. So we'll get that rubber piece cut to length and get the hole opened up. And then we'll get back at it. All right, we got the cab installed and we've got everything tightened up. Got our bolts down on the front, our brackets with the rubber bushing, and then our connections to the axles on both sides. So we got that complete. Next step is I'm going to slide the glass frames and doors in, which were in this prior to me setting it up there. I wanted to eliminate a little bit of weight on the crane, so I got everything there. I put new seals around all the windows. All that was taken apart and sandblasted and painted, so turned out pretty nice. So that'll be our next step here, and it'll change the look, so we'll get going. Alright, so we got the glass put back in, and everything fit right back in like it should. On this top window here, as you saw, I had to grind a little bit off of that one pin. It had been welded at some point, and it just wouldn't push far enough back in for the inside here to clear the, so basically the white to clear the orange when it closed up. So we've got that taken care of at this point. Obviously the roof needs to go on. I left it off because it's a lot easier to plumb everything up and wire up your heater box and get everything ready for that without the roof on it. So here's the hoses. I already got those plumbed into the block, and they'll just go right up this cavity right here and into the heater box. I'll plumb all that in, run some electrical up there for lights. We'll go ahead and pre-wire it for an AC unit. On the rooftop, I've got one. I'm not going to put on this tractor, so we'll get that taken care of. I've got my decals ordered, and they should be in here in a couple of days, and then we'll get the decals put on this beast, and then really we're pretty much ready to sell it. So it's been a long project, good project. It's going to make somebody a nice tractor. There's been a lot of brand new parts that's gone in this. We've rebuilt injection pump, injectors, top side of the engine, new hoses and gaskets pretty much everywhere, rear main seal, everything in the torque tube, seal wise, no bearings, and then the rear end tranny's been rebuilt. So look at the other videos and you can see all that coming apart and going back together on this project here. So we're just about finished, so I hope you've all enjoyed it. Look out for the next video here, and we'll get the rest of the cab squared away and the decals on, and that should pretty much finish it up. So hit like and subscribe and leave a comment. Thanks for watching.